Hey everyone, today the first changes for patch 5.4 was announced, which means it's still up for testing and not remotely finalized, but that being said, it's time for some Warlock nerfs. Let's start out and look at the major ones. The rework of our level 90 talents with Kil'jaeden's Cunning and Mannerous Fury now being a 1.5 minute cooldown with a 15-second unuse effect. This means no more casting while moving, no more covering huge areas with AoE spells. Now first reaction to this is that obviously Affliction can be thrown down a big trash can together with Destruction. My personal opinion is that Affliction relies too much on movement, and the more we move we will have to fill with Fellflame, which ends up hurting our DPS because it renews our dodge snapshot of stats. Destruction on the other hand has Fellflame, which does okay damage and doesn't backfire as much, but Destruction relied heavily on movement or the fact it could AoE with Mannerous Fury. It's our cast spec, which before Kil'jaeden's Cunning was horrible. So beside this spec already being a bit behind unless you abuse Mannerous Fury, we might as well throw it down the trash can too. Demonology actually has the option to go Metamorphosis and Touch of Chaos or Fellflame while moving, the one spec that doesn't get hit as hard by this change. Overall it looks like we will still be able to play Demonology on fights, but in a week or two I'm sure we will see the crit trinket go down the drain too. A few spell changes so far as well. Fell Armor has been reworked and doesn't reduce our damage taken by 10%, pretty much going back to how it used to be. Howl of Terror has become baseline spell for us, and we get a new talent replacing Howl of Terror called Breath of Gul'dan. Breath of Gul'dan sends a cone of dark energy before you, reducing the movement speed by 50% of all enemy targets within 10 yards for 6 seconds. Sounds like a cone of cold for Warlock. We also got a sneak peek at our new set bonuses. 2-piece for Destruction gives our Conflagrate a 20% chance to increase our critical strike chance of Immolate and Incinerate by 15%. The 4-piece gives us 15% critical strike for 5 seconds every time a burning ember fills up. In general, a more stable generation of embers, and should move Destruction even further away from critical strike as a needed stat for single target than ever. The 2-piece for Affliction is a 40% chance on critical hits to increase all damage by Malefic Grasp and drain soul by 30% for 10 seconds. This might be needed to ever see Affliction peak above the trash can in 5.4. The 4-piece Haunt has a 20% chance to refund its shard when expiring, a little cool RNG tool, but also something we will have to avoid ever capping shards with. Might be a little pain on multi-target fights with more corruptions up or nightfall procs. Last but not least, Demonology 2-piece bonus is that Soulfire has a 20% chance to increase you and your pet's damage dealt by 20%. It sounds quite huge on paper, and I assume imps will be considered minions and not pets, which means Demonology can throw Gozak down the trash can, but we will see. The 4-piece gives Shadow Ball and Touch of Chaos a 20% chance to also cast Hand of Gul'dan at a target. Sounds like a fun mechanic, but also sounds like some sort of ignite mechanic where we want to stack up a Shadow Flame and press Combustion, in case the Hand of Gul'dan procs Shadow Flame as well. Overall some new interesting set bonuses, because our current ones are so bad I don't even want to think about them. Terrible nerfs to Kil'jaeden's Cunning and Mannerous Fury. I feel like it will hurt us way more than Blizzard intended. Giving Kil'jaeden's Cunning a cooldown sounds like a fair deal, but unless they reduce it to 30 seconds or 45 seconds, the use is so small per fight that we might as well not have the talent. It's simply not appealing, and what fight do you only move once every 1.5 minutes? Makes our level 90 talent seems rather useless and non-appealing, making the whole talent tree very uninteresting and dull. Let me know what you guys think, and let's start making popcorns, because I foresee some more nerfs in the near future, so stay tuned guys.